What if I told you that walking might not be the secret to good heart health, especially if you're over 65? In fact, walking, while generally beneficial, can sometimes be overrated and, at worst, even risky for certain individuals. If you've struggled with joint pain, fatigue, or limited mobility, walking may not always be the best way to protect your heart. But don't worry, this isn't just another video telling you that it's time to walk more. Today, I'm going to share 5 expert-backed, science-driven alternatives to walking that are simple, safe, and effective. These exercises will boost circulation, strengthen your heart, and fill you with energy, all without leaving your home. If you're tired of feeling drained after sitting too long, dealing with swollen legs or cold feet, you're not alone. Millions of older adults feel trapped, thinking walking is the only option for their heart health, even when it hurts. But what if I told you there's a better way? These 5 alternatives might be exactly what your heart has been waiting for. Ready to discover how you can protect your heart, improve circulation, and keep your mobility well into your 80s and beyond? Stick around, because what you learn here today could literally change how you feel tomorrow. Alternative number 1, chair-based foot pumps. Let's kick things off with one of the simplest and most underrated exercises for heart and vascular health, chair-based foot pumps. Now, I know what you're thinking. Foot pumps? That sounds way too easy to make a difference. But trust me, this gentle, seated exercise is one of the most effective ways to boost circulation, especially if walking is difficult for you. The magic of foot pumps lies in your calves, often called the body's second heart. Every time your calves contract, they help push blood upward from your legs to your heart. Without this natural pumping action, your heart has to work twice as hard, especially after sitting for long periods. So, how does it work? Well, the seated foot pump mimics the same muscle contraction as walking, without putting any strain on your knees or hips. It's a total win for circulation and heart health. Plus, it's a perfect solution if you experience numbness in your feet, swelling in your legs, or that feeling of heaviness that comes from sitting for too long. Here's how you do it. Sit up tall with your feet flat on the ground. Lift your heels while keeping your toes planted firmly on the floor. Hold for a second. Slowly lower your heels and lift your toes, keeping your heels grounded. Repeat the movement for 20 reps, once an hour. That's it. The best part? You can do this while sitting on the couch, reading, watching TV, or even while waiting at the doctor's office. It doesn't require special equipment, and it can be done from the comfort of your own chair. This tiny motion will get your calves working, which helps prevent ankle swelling, cold feet, and even clots. It's like a little workout for your heart that requires 0 effort and absolutely no impact. And if you think this isn't worth the effort, let me tell you a story about Harold, 78, from Columbus, Ohio. Harold was having a tough time walking. He couldn't go more than a few steps without feeling lightheaded. His doctors told him he needed to walk more, but every step felt like a struggle. Then, a physical therapist showed him the seated foot pump exercise. Harold started doing 20 reps every hour while watching his favorite classic westerns. Within just 2 weeks, the swelling in his legs was gone, his energy had returned, and most importantly, he said, "For the first time, I feel like I'm part of my own recovery." Small effort, huge payoff. Why does it work? The seated foot pump isn't just about blood circulation, it's about mindset. Many people feel helpless if they're in pain or unsteady. But when you do this simple movement, you take control of your health and you start to feel empowered again. It's not about how far you can move, it's about keeping that blood moving regularly. Alternative number 2, wall push-ups. Next up, let's talk about a classic exercise that many people overlook when it comes to heart health. Wall push-ups. I know, push-ups may sound like something only gym buffs do, but trust me, wall push-ups can have a huge impact on your heart and overall health, especially for older adults who are looking for a low-impact way to stay strong. When you do wall push-ups, you're engaging muscles in your chest, arms, and core, 3 areas that are often tight and poorly circulated in older adults. By strengthening these muscles, you're helping improve blood flow to your upper body and boosting the efficiency of your heart. Wall push-ups can even improve posture and help you breathe more deeply, which is crucial as we age. And the beauty of wall push-ups, you can control the intensity. There's no need to get on the floor, and you don't need any special equipment. How to do it? Stand about 2 feet away from a sturdy wall, facing it. Place your hands on the wall at shoulder height, shoulder width apart. Bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall. Push back to the starting position. Repeat for 10 slow, controlled reps. You can adjust how hard you push, and over time, your upper body will get stronger, which improves overall circulation and helps your heart work more efficiently. Plus, no joint strain, no worries about knees, hips, or lower back. Let me share the story of Eleanor, 82, from Boise, Idaho. Eleanor felt like her body was too old for this kind of exercise, but when she started doing just 5 wall push-ups each morning, she said, "It wasn't about age, it was about giving myself permission to move again." Just like Eleanor, you can prove to yourself that strength isn't about lifting heavy weights or going on long walks. Sometimes it's as simple as leaning on a wall and letting your body remind you that it's still capable. Alternative number 3, seated leg lifts. Now, let's move on to seated leg lifts. This exercise is a fantastic way to combat poor circulation, swollen ankles, and stiff legs, all things that tend to worsen as we get older. Leg lifts activate your biggest muscles, your thighs, calves, and glutes. When these muscles work, they help blood flow back to the heart, improving circulation and reducing that feeling of heaviness that comes with sitting for long periods. The best part? You don't have to leave your chair to feel the benefits. It's all about consistency and repetition. Here's how you do it. Sit tall in a chair, keeping your back straight. Lift one leg a few inches off the ground, hold for a moment, and then lower it slowly. Switch to the other leg and repeat. Aim for 10 reps per leg 2 to 3 times a day. Over time, you'll notice that your legs feel stronger, your feet stay warmer, and your heart doesn't have to work as hard. It's a great alternative for anyone who's having trouble walking or standing for long periods. Walter, 79, from Des Moines. Iowa used to feel like he was stuck in his own body. But once he started doing seated leg lifts during TV commercials, he said, "I stopped feeling stuck. I felt alive again." It's amazing how small movements, repeated consistently, can make such a big difference in how we feel and function. Alternative number 4, hand grip squeezes. Don't forget about the power in your hands. Hand grip squeezes may seem like a small thing, but they can have a profound effect on your heart health, especially when you're dealing with high blood pressure or poor circulation. When you grip something and release, you stimulate tiny arteries in your hands and forearms. This helps lower systolic blood pressure and increases blood flow, improving circulation throughout your body. Here's how to do it. Grab a tennis ball or a soft grip exerciser. Squeeze the ball as hard as you can for a few seconds. Release and repeat 10 to 15 times. You can do this throughout the day, whether sitting, standing, or even talking on the phone. Ruth, 80, from Charleston, South Carolina, carries a little yellow stress ball with her. "I do 3 squeezes when I sit and 3 when I stand," she says. The results? More energy, steadier heartbeat, and a clearer sense of vitality. This one doesn't require leg strength, balance, or even a lot of time. Just a little grip, and you're doing something positive for your health. Alternative number 5, seated straight leg holds. Last but definitely not least, we have seated straight leg holds. This exercise may look simple, but it's one of the most effective ways to improve circulation in your lower body and help keep your heart strong. When you sit for long periods, blood can pool in your legs, making your heart work harder to pump blood back up. Seated straight leg holds act like a gentle pump for your lower body, improving oxygen delivery and reducing the strain on your heart. How to do it? Sit upright in a chair, keeping your back straight. Lift one leg straight out in front of you. Hold for a few seconds, lower, and switch to the other leg. Repeat 10 to 15 reps per leg. It's simple, effective, and powerful, especially when practiced regularly. Conclusion: you don't need marathons or fancy equipment to keep your heart young. Small, simple movements are all it takes to protect your heart, improve circulation, and reclaim your independence. You can do this, no matter your age. These 5 exercises aren't just about staying fit, they're about taking back control of your health, your mobility, and your dignity. Remember, your body isn't asking you to run a marathon. It's asking for small, gentle movements that keep your blood flowing and your heart strong. So take action today. Try just one exercise, whether it's a fist squeeze, a leg lift, or a wall push-up. Do it for your heart. Do it for yourself. You're still here, and you still matter. Let's keep the movement going. If this video helped you, leave a comment, like, and share it with your loved ones. Your support means everything to us. Stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.